All right, so now that we have our competitor obviously loaded up in here, this is where we want to jump into the Facebook ad library, okay? And so using the Facebook ad library, we can use this for everything. So for example, you can do a keyword search like hair dryer, okay? I'm wondering if we just go ahead and like drop that to hair dryer, if that makes it better or worse. Nah, not really. So you can do keyword research inside of Facebook like this. And here's a pretty interesting hook right there. Some girl putting a plastic bag over her head, danger, right? And you can take a look at how long this has been running. We could scroll down as well. For some reason, there's wolves, but for example, okay, here's Revlon Hair showing some of their products. The hair shop, okay, get an idea of what people are seeing, right? Testimonials there. Sutera Sleep, okay, this is actually another alternative that looks like for healthier hair is they have like a better towel wrap to dry their hair rather than a hair dryer, right? So that's something that we can take a look at, which is very, very interesting, right? Now, obviously, we're going to get back to doing some comparative researches and looking at that. But again, just by going into the ad library, other solutions, right? A towel drying wrap is something that we can add to that, right? Dries hair without a hair dryer and does it without damage. Okay. And something that you can do as well is you can just link that to your actual Foreplay board. And so that is something that I want to mention is with Foreplay, you will obviously have a client board. Now, if you have not made a board, again, what you're going to do is you're going to come up here, you're going to click create board. And inside of this board, you're going to name it, obviously, Life in Tech. We should have already done this in the start. But once you have that, one thing that you're going to want to do is when you go to the library, make sure you click your extension. You click on the extension and you set the board to that client. It'll save you a ton of time from rather than clicking through all of it. But for example, this is something that I would save to Foreplay. This is something that I want to see, okay? Something that I want to keep in mind while I'm advertising, all right? And so as you can see, we're going through, and if you want to look at some of the filters that I have in place, or I did have filters, I guess they just got reset. I did have filters that said, like English only. I'm in the United States only because that's all I care about right now. All advertisers, and I want to look at active ads. Okay, I want to see what people are actually seeing in the marketplace. So again, scrolling through this, going through that is a really great way to just get an understanding of what the Facebook feed looks like for anything to do with hair dryers. Okay. The next thing that we want to do is then we actually want to jump into the competitors ourselves. Now, for the sake of this video and trying to keep it short, you're going to be doing the same thing, right? So if you like this ad and see how they're showing it, save it, right? The Dyson Supersonic Hair Dryer, engineered for different hair types with 5 attachments to style your hair. Look at this, smooth finish, Dyson Supersonic. Define curls and waves, curly hair, right? Gentle air, okay? Volume and shape, look at that. It's a great job by Dyson by actually showing the product in use, right? Focus styling, there's that attachment. Dyson Supersonic, fast drying, no extreme heat, engineered for different hair types, right? Now, if we're looking at this and we're marketing that, the same thing that Dyson is using, as you can imagine, that's probably not going to be as effective because I can almost guarantee this has been running since June 30th, and they are going to be outspending us and out converting us 9 times out of 10. But again, that's something that you're going to want to save to your board to keep an eye on. And so your entire goal of going through this is taking a look at this, right? And so this is something where we can go through and add, different visual ad ideas, right? Let's test a carousel showing all of the attachments in action with the right personas in each visual, okay? Something to take note of. Now let's jump into, for example, GHD, and you'll notice I'm just going to pull up all of the competitors. And so if you're looking for ways to how to find your competitors and you can't, for example, one that I had trouble finding was actually T3, okay? Because if you just look up T3, you actually won't find them. So what you're going to want to do is when you click into the actual client, T3 Micro, you can scroll down and you're just want to get to their Instagram. And then from their Instagram page, you can just copy this here, so T3 Micro. And if you actually put that into the catalog, it should pull up. But if you're still having issues with it, then the other thing that you can do is you can, let me just go ahead and figure this out. What you can do is you can just search up their Instagram profile, and then you'll see that this is going to pop up. That'll take them to the Facebook page or take you to the Facebook page, which you can then copy that name, do the correct spelling, and you should be able to find it inside of here. It seems like it's still giving me issues. There it is right there. So boom, that's how you can find brands like that. And again, another brand here that we want to look at. And obviously, as we scroll down, we want to see what ads have been running the longest. What's their messaging, right? Ready to meet your perfect heat match, right? Introducing T3 featherweight style max dryer. And again, you can notice that they are doing their research as well. The perfect heat match. They understand people don't want heat damage, and they understand people want a featherweight, lightweight dryer designed to deliver custom heat and speed based on your hair type. Very interesting. Another objection, right? People, I don't know if this is right for my hair type. And styling goals for better styling and less damage, right? That is a very well crafted ad. And we can take a look at what it actually looks like. Up the style, drop the damage. Okay. T3 max, featherweight style adjustments. Okay. Perfect. So you can understand, and again, take a look at their landing page. What's their landing page look like? Okay. Wow. They just got a bunch of photos up here. This is interesting. Up the style, drop the damage. Okay. You can see how they're positioning it, trying to do it a little bit different. They're showing the tech behind it. Okay. 6% more natural moisture retained. 96% of people experience less damage. Very, very interesting. Okay. So this is where the competitor research, starting with Facebook ads library, leads you down a rabbit hole. And now for that's something that I would probably want to say for foreplay. It's been running since June 10th. It's been running for, July, almost 2 months now. Okay. So that's something that we want to take into consideration, and how we can leverage the Facebook ad library to really, really get a lot of good information on our competitors, see what the marketing message looks like. And there's going to be a part 2 to this video that talks about understanding that market sophistication.